What if the legends you grew up admiring, the voices, the faces, the icons who shaped our music, movies, and history, were quietly fading before our very eyes? What if the people you thought were untouchable were secretly battling time, illness, and frailty while the world barely noticed? In this chilling countdown, we uncover the hidden struggles of Black icons whose names echo across generations. Lynn Hamilton. Born on April 25, 1930, Lynn Hamilton is a gifted actress remembered most for her role as Donna on Sanford & Son. For many, she was more than just a character. She represented warmth, wisdom, and the everyday struggles of ordinary people in extraordinary ways. Now in her mid-90s, Hamilton lives a quiet life away from the public eye. Age has slowed her, but the mark she left on television is impossible to erase. For Black women in particular, she opened doors in Hollywood when opportunities were scarce. Her story is one of endurance and quiet dignity. Though she rarely makes appearances, fans continue to honor her as a trailblazer, cherishing the laughter and love she brought to millions of households. Berry Gordy Jr. Born on November 28, 1929, Berry Gordy Jr. is the visionary founder of Motown Records, the label that changed music forever. Without him, names like Diana Ross, Stevie Wonder, and the Jackson 5 might never have reached the world. Now well into his 90s, Gordy is frail, yet his influence remains stronger than ever. Time has taken its toll on his health, but his mind and legacy still resonate across generations. Gordy didn't just produce songs, he created an empire that gave Black voices global recognition at a time of deep racial struggle. His story proves that even as the body weakens, the music of one's soul continues to echo long after time. He remains a living monument to perseverance, creativity, and vision. James Earl Jones. Born on January 17, 1931, James Earl Jones is one of the greatest voices in history. From Darth Vader's menacing tones to Mufasa's wisdom in The Lion King, his deep resonance shaped pop culture. But behind the power of his voice lies a man who has lived through challenges of his own. Now in his 90s, Jones has quietly stepped back from the spotlight as he faces the effects of aging and reported struggles with memory. For fans, it is difficult to imagine such a towering presence growing frail. Yet his career stands as proof that true greatness doesn't fade. James Earl Jones gave generations a voice to believe in. His courage and artistry remain immortal, even as time takes its toll on his body. Marla Gibbs. Born on June 14, 1931, Marla Gibbs is the comedic force behind the Jeffersons and 227, bringing laughter into millions of homes. At 94, Gibbs remains a survivor in every sense of the word. She has overcome health scares in recent years, including collapsing during a Hollywood ceremony, only to stand tall again with resilience. Her humor has always been grounded in truth, reflecting the struggles and triumphs of Black families in America. Though frailty sometimes shows, Gibbs continues to inspire by proving that laughter and spirit can outlast time. She paved the way for countless Black actresses and comedians, leaving a legacy built on courage and representation. Andrew Young. Born on March 12, 1932, Andrew Young is not just a civil rights leader, but a statesman, minister, and activist whose life intertwined with the fight for justice. He marched with Martin Luther King Jr., served as mayor of Atlanta, and became a U.S. ambassador. Now in his 90s, Young's health reflects the weight of his years of service. His voice, though softer, still carries wisdom earned from decades of struggle and leadership. Time has slowed his steps, but his words still inspire movements for equality. Andrew Young's life is a reminder that true courage isn't measured by fame or wealth, but how much one gives for others. His legacy will continue to guide long after he's gone. Quincy Jones. Born on March 14, 1933, Quincy Jones is one of the most accomplished producers, composers, and arrangers in music history. He gave the world Thriller, helped shape jazz and soul, and touched nearly every corner of modern music. At 92, Jones lives with the fragility of old age and health complications, yet his name remains synonymous with excellence. Few figures in history have shaped culture as profoundly as he has. His life has not been without hardship. He has survived brain aneurysms and other health scares, but he continues to inspire artists worldwide. Quincy Jones is proof that music can outlive even the frailest body, carrying the spirit of its creator far beyond time. Wole Soyinka. Born on July 13, 1934, Nigerian playwright, poet, and Nobel Prize winner Wole Soyinka is one of Africa's greatest literary voices. His words spoke truth to power, even when it meant imprisonment during Nigeria's turbulent times. Now in his late 80s, Soyinka continues to face the struggles of aging but remains intellectually sharp. His hair, once black, is now a crown of white, symbolizing wisdom earned through suffering and resistance. Though his body slows, his pen remains a weapon. For generations, Soyinka's resilience reminds us that words have the power to fight oppression long after youth fades. His story is one of both cultural pride and enduring defiance. Johnny Mathis. Born on September 30, 1935, Johnny Mathis is the velvet voice behind timeless love songs that filled living rooms for decades. With over 350 million records sold, his music became the soundtrack of romance. At 89, Mathis continues to face the frailties of time, his performances fewer, his body slowed. But even as health challenges limit him, his voice carries nostalgia powerful enough to move listeners to tears. Mathis taught the world that music is eternal, that even as bodies weaken, melodies linger forever. Fans cherish him not just for songs, but for a career built on grace, humility, and perseverance. Morgan Freeman. Born on June 1, 1937, Morgan Freeman is a legend of film, a voice of authority, and a symbol of endurance. From The Shawshank Redemption to Million Dollar Baby, he shaped cinema. At 88, Freeman continues to live with fibromyalgia, a condition causing chronic pain. Though he manages his health quietly, his strength lies in continuing to work despite challenges. His voice, steady, wise, unforgettable, remains one of Hollywood's greatest instruments. Freeman's career is not just about acting, but about resilience. Even as age bends the body, his presence on screen proves that dignity and legacy cannot be broken. Billy Dee Williams. Born on April 6, 1937, Billy Dee Williams became a cultural icon as Lando Calrissian in Star Wars and through countless roles that defined cool, charm, and charisma. At 88, Williams struggles with mobility, often appearing with a cane or wheelchair, a visible reminder of the years. Yet his smile and charisma remain untouched. Fans continue to embrace him not just for the roles he played, but for the confidence he represented for black actors during times of limited opportunities. Billy Dee Williams shows that even when the body weakens, style and spirit endure. Fred Williamson. Born on March 5, 1938, Fred Williamson carved out fame as an NFL player turned blaxploitation film star, known for Black Caesar and other action roles. At 87, Williamson faces the inevitable decline of age, but continues to embody toughness in the eyes of fans. Once known as the Hammer, he now carries his strength in memories in legacy rather than sheer physicality. His journey is one of breaking stereotypes, showing that black men could be leading stars, strong and independent, at a time when Hollywood rarely allowed it. Hal Williams. Born on December 14, 1938, Hal Williams is a beloved character actor, best remembered for roles in 227 and Sanford and Son. At 86, Williams battles the tolls of aging, stepping back from public life, while his work continues to live on screens across America. His portrayals were always grounded in warmth and relatability, reminding audiences of family, community, and resilience. Though quieter now, Williams's contribution to television remains an enduring symbol of Black storytelling in American entertainment. Harry Elston. Born on November 4, 1938, Harry Elston is best known as a founding member of the vocal group The Friends of Distinction, who gave the world hits like Grazing in the Grass. At 86, Elston faces health issues tied to age, but his voice and music continued to resonate with fans of soul and R&B. His songs were about joy and togetherness, and his legacy carries that spirit even as his body grows frail. For music lovers, Elston remains a bridge to a golden era of Black creativity and cultural pride. John Amos. Born on December 27, 1939, John Amos gave powerful performances in Good Times, Roots, and films like Coming to America. Known for his strength and commanding presence, Amos is now 85 and has faced health challenges, including reports of hospitalization in recent years. Yet his legacy is carved deeply into television history, where he stood as both a father figure and a voice for truth in Black households. Amos proved that roles could be both entertaining and socially meaningful. Even as time slows him, his presence remains larger than life. Smokey Robinson. Born on February 19, 1940, Smokey Robinson is one of the greatest singer-songwriters in American music. From The Miracles to a solo career that redefined soul, Robinson's pen created songs that still move hearts today. Now 85, Smokey has battled health challenges, including past struggles with substance abuse and the inevitable frailty of age. Yet he continues to perform, a reminder that passion doesn't retire. His soft voice and poetic lyrics gave generations music to fall in love to, and his resilience proves that true artistry never fades. Rudolph Walker. Born on September 28, 1939, Rudolph Walker is a pioneering Black British actor who broke barriers on television in the UK. Known for his work on Love Thy Neighbor and later EastEnders, Walker paved the way for Black performers in British media. At 86, he faces the slowing pace of age, but remains a respected figure in entertainment. His courage in confronting racial stereotypes on screen made him both a trailblazer and a cultural icon. His life reminds us that representation matters, and that his battles created space for future generations. Closing tribute. Though their bodies bend under the weight of time, these icons remain giants in history. They gave us music that defined eras, performances that shaped culture, words that inspired movements, and voices that still echo in our hearts. Each one reminds us that mortality may touch the flesh, but it cannot erase a legacy. If their journeys have touched you, let your like be more than a click. Let it be a tribute. Share their stories, comment their names, and carry their light forward. For though they may fade from the stage, their contributions ensure that they will never truly be gone.